Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Taurus March 2023 weekly Tarot Bite reading. This is I Am Illuminated Tarot, a place for you to better connect with and illuminate your own personal spiritual importance. So, hi, everyone, and welcome. This reading is meant to just be a little mini reading for the week ahead. I like to call it a bite of a reading. It is much shorter than my expanded illumination readings, which are out there for the month. So if you're interested, you can review your illumination reading for this month. I will be releasing April's starting next week for each sign. But for this week, we're going to be looking at kind of an overarching theme for you, Taurus, and then we're going to be looking at a doorway that is opening for you. The Spirit would like you to walk through to really stay kind of in your path of personal and spiritual growth. So I love this for you, Taurus, because here you are. Here's the lovely bull. I am a Taurus sun and I have Mars placement in Taurus, so I really work a lot with the Taurus energy. And I always feel like this is kind of how we come across as a Taurian, where you come across being very strong and steadfast and stubborn at times, but there's a beauty to us with our true connection to the physical world that's always kind of secretly coming through. And this says cow spirit. It says the miracles are endless. Number 15. Master number breaks down. I'm sorry, not a master number. It's a number that breaks down to the number 6 in numerology, which is a number that's associated with the energy of love. It can also be building something with others when we're kind of in alignment with a spiritual goal. The number 6 also speaks to me of manifestation in the physical, when we are in alignment with the energy of love. All right, so right off the bat, this is a great week ahead, Taurus. I'm intuitively feeling that there's just a lot of abundance that wants to come in, Taurus, for you right now. And that might be kind of shocking. You know, when we think of miracles, we don't necessarily, especially when we're older, we don't believe that miracles are possible or that they can happen for us as an individual. And I feel like this week there's going to be that realization of something coming in where it's going to feel miraculous for you. It might not be something, that would traditionally be considered miraculous, like turning water into wine or something like that, but it's going to be more for you on a very individual basis. It's going to feel miraculous. Like it's going to be all of a sudden that communication you've been waiting for from somebody. It's going to be that letter of acceptance that you were waiting for to get into school, or the job you were hoping for, or the individual professing their love to you. There's something like that that's going to come through that for each one of you is going to feel like, oh my gosh, what? That's a miracle. Okay, so I'm going to read the excerpt from the book that comes with this. So it says, the miracles are endless. Oracle message. It says, you are at a beautiful point in your life today, for your needs are being met effortlessly and in so many ways. Fully embrace this truth by focusing on all you have right now, including the positive relationships that sustain you, the work you are proud to do to contribute to the world, and the activities that inspire you and nourish your soul. Cow Spirit nudges you to pay attention because this is the perfect time to focus on the choices, actions, and behaviors that you know feed your soul and bring your heart contentment. Now is also the time when you will see many of your projects and commitments that were set in motion in the past begin to yield valuable gifts that will bring you joy and love and sustain you for a long time to come. Stay positive and share your well-being with others. The more you share, the more you will manifest, so be generous. Cow Spirit promises you will never run out of miracles. I love that. And I know for those of you who have watched previous readings or who have followed me for a while, I do speak a lot to miracles because my own life is an example of the miraculous. These little miracles that come in out of the blue, the chance meeting of the individual who will become the love of your life, the opportunity to become a parent when you never thought that was going to be possible. The jobs that have just fallen in my lap out of the blue that have gotten me through times when I needed that experience. And so there's just so many ways that miracles can come in for us, and we just need to be aware of them. But I do like, again, kind of like what I was feeling before, I do feel like many of you, there's this moment this week where something that maybe you did start in the past, or a seed you planted, that there might be something that comes in that's a little bit of a nudge in letting you see that that seed is growing, that that seed is sprouting. Okay. So we have now, this is a card for, we're looking at that doorway. This is the doorway towards what Spirit would like you to kind of keep your internal spiritual eye towards, so that you can see the gateway as it opens. So we have the Three of Pentacles. Wonderful energy. This is the energy of building, but it's building with an eye to the future. It's where we see kind of what we want to build, and we find others who want to come and help us. There's that feeling with the Three of Pentacles that comes in here of we build it stronger together. Sometimes we build it faster together. So for many of you who are maybe looking for a collaboration, there may be that coming in this week. There may be that opportunity to align yourself with someone else that's going to say, you know what, I get that vision. I get it. I want to get in on that with you. This could also just be where that vision is starting to manifest for yourself. Maybe you didn't see where a past project or past endeavor or past interest really had any application, and you might actually, the miracle might come in with somebody maybe just saying something as simple as, have you ever thought to turn that into this? Or did you know that can be linked to this? Something along those lines where you're like, what? And suddenly that vision comes into being. And there may be that doorway to say, you know what? Okay, so this is what that endeavor has led to. Let me walk through that doorway. I'm going to pull I do get the feeling, though, that there might be someone coming in to contact you with regards to possibly working together on a project, something along those lines. Okay. So now I'm going to pull a card here for the concept of courage, and this is what Spirit would like you to keep in mind as the door is opening to give you that courage to walk through it. Sometimes we're not ready, and that's fine. We're all on our own path and process to spiritual growth, but we do get these opportunities at all times to kind of continue to move forward, continue to grow, continue to change. And if you're looking for it and you're ready for it, then this is where you're going to need to have some courage. Oh, interesting. So this came out for Pisces as well, but very, very much in alignment with the time period that we're in. And it's a message I think we can all hear. But Taurus, this one is for you this week. It says, surrender the habit of people pleasing. Speak your needs and be true to yourself. Focus on your own happiness instead of always trying to make everyone else happy. And this is a good message to come in here, because it may be that you might get the opportunity to work with others towards building something, and it may mean that you have to walk away from something else, or it may mean that if you are going to enter into an agreement with working with others, then you really have to make sure that you are coming in as you. You know, there's 3 pentacles here. There's 3 individuals. Each individual brings their pentacle, which is their gift in the physical. Be this money, be this their unique talent or ability or, gift in some way. But you have to really come from that place of quiet confidence in the self, of understanding you have a gift, you are being asked to contribute, and really understanding that you stand behind that you don't have to dumb that down, you don't have to hide part of it, you can just come as you are. And, when it says focus on your own happiness instead of always trying to make everyone else happy, this could just simply be that you get to just really move into doing something that brings you joy. That was really what came through with the message with the cow spirit, is do the things this week that make you happy, that bring you joy, that brings your attention to the present moment, whether that is enjoying and indulging in a hobby that you love to do, whether that's playing with your children, whether that's going into work and remembering, what you loved about that job before you got really stressed out about your deadlines or whatever. It's really coming back to those moments of in the present moment, what brings you joy, what makes you feel abundant, what would you like to experience more of? And that, by making room for that and focusing on that for yourself, happiness, joy, and abundance brings in more happiness, joy, and abundance. It's highly magnetic. So that's really your focus, I think, this week, is just sitting in that place of abundance and looking for that miracle that's going to come through as you're doing the things that truly bring you joy. Okay, we're going to pull a final card here for the concept of contemplation. And this is going to be where Spirit would like you or what Spirit would like you to contemplate on this week or meditate on. To continue kind of keep this in the back of your mind so that it keeps you engaged with this message. It keeps you engaged, your internal spiritual eye, looking for this doorway, looking for this miracle, for those who want to build with you and for what maybe you want to build as well. But an eye to where maybe one of those seeds, an application for one of those seeds, a larger application. So let's see. Okay, so we have awakening, energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. I love this. So there may have been a period where you maybe had tried to do something, or again, when we talk about planting seeds, you might have done a little bit of this, you might have tried that, you might have, fill in the blank. But often when we start to kind of dabble in things along that line, we are in that way. There's a point where we have to kind of integrate all of what we did with who we are now. And it can be that maybe when you tried to plant a seed over here at one point, or you tried to dabble in this over here, or you tried to make this happen at some distant point in the past, it's almost like that echo of that effort is going to be felt now, or maybe not even an echo, a ripple. And you weren't in the place at that time. It's almost like you had to wait for all these ripples of that energy to kind of course through you to finally get your on a cellular level, your cells vibrating at that frequency. And at this point, you're now at the right frequency to literally be a magnet. Or sometimes when we think about frequency can bring things into our field of vision. This is on a scientific level. This is the truth. We can see something or not see something based on the vibrational frequency. We can hear something or not hear something based on the vibrational frequency. And it might be that you might be at a right place in time, that right frequency, that now you can see that thing. You can finally see again what that past effort is bringing forward, or you can finally hear what you needed to hear in order to have that kind of moment of like, aha, I see how I can build this. I see how I can integrate this. But there is a feeling here of getting yourself to that vibrational level of gratitude, abundance, joy, and happiness. And how do we get there? By doing the things that light us up, by doing the things we love. And when we vibrate at that frequency, that's when the miracle comes in. That's when something in alignment with that frequency is suddenly brought into our field of view. So I will leave it there, Taurus. I think this is a very beautiful reading. I hope many of you have a wonderful, a wonderful week, just staying present in what allows you to vibrate at that energy of love, joy, abundance, and waiting to see what comes in your field of view that maybe you have been missing. All right. I will see you all next week, and I will be posting your fully expanded illumination readings for the month of April next week as well. So if you are interested, you can subscribe, and you will be notified when those are up. All right. Bye, Taurus.